It's about finding who are we and getting rid of the mask we carry and becoming the truth of who we are, instead of following the shoulds and the rules and what we've been taught. It's finding your true essence.
The throat chakra on down is blocked by A440 standard tuning, and it stimulates throat chakra up. So it stimulates ego, it stimulates this whole left brain consciousness where it's perfect if you want to promote the God of science. It separates us from the heart. And so this is what the top experts and the top celebrities in the field of music understand already. What they don't understand is what you're bringing out now. That A440 standard tuning does the optimum suppression of that clear channel broadcast from the heavenly throne, if you will. God's core creator frequencies, we now know. There's only 9 core creator frequencies.
You get into an emotional state, and of course, an emotional state generates a chemical input, a chemical manifestation, and people and the receptors in the cells that receive things like cocaine and drugs and all the rest of it, they also receive these chemicals produced by emotions, and people get therefore bodily addicted to emotions, so that when they're not worrying, we've all met these people, when they're not worrying, they have to find something to worry about to feed their fix.
The first thing to understand is that all biological systems are electrical. We run positive and negative ions through our nervous electrical system. And ions are bigger than atoms, and they're charged particles. So when we touch something, we have an exchange of electricity. And when we're living just alive, we have seen now new aura photography has actually proven the existence of biophotons. All living things are radiating light, which is like a form of electromagnetic energy. We have all the colors of the rainbow spectrum coming off of our bodies, but we also have more subtle energies that are much more powerful. So we're all plugged into this whole thing.
It's a new time, it's a global transformation, and this is a call to it. And I think for many people, what I try and let them know, it's the crisis they're going through, the problem they're going through, that can call them to their healing and what they need to do. And so the tools are about going inwards, meditation. There are dozens of new energy modalities, and there's some wonderful, wonderful methods for turning around the inner programming. It's literally shifting the neural pathways in the brain, shifting the neural pathways to create a new neural pathway for love that goes to safety instead of love connected to abuse.
Marco Rodin, who is a mathematical genius, who determined there's a matrix of math or music in the universe, because music is mathematics, cycles per second. So it's totally scriptural in the sense in the beginning there was a creator, and the water, most of your body is made of water. And like you mentioned, Dr. Emoto's brilliant work showing water is conscious. It reacts, it responds to words of prayer. Words are sound. Sound is electromagnetic frequencies. That's simply math. The Creator's language is math. Creation is a manifestation of mathematics, music coming out of water. This is the top technology for population manipulation. If you're dealing with energy, you're the energy industrialist, and you're advancing nuclear weaponry, at the same time you're doing acoustic frequency research and development with the same people virtually involved, with the same funding agencies and the same intention to use this for war and for literally dividing people, then you would want to focus in on the maximum population manipulation, spiritual repression.
So we're being fed this insecurity, which is going through the body and generating these addictions to worry and fear and anxiety and all the rest of it. And again, bringing the insecurity thing into the mainstream of human society. Again, they want to control. It brings a desire to control, to have power over, because that is feeding the sense of insecurity.
Going inwards, I really believe that the core of who we are is love. And we get stuck in trying to please other people, trying to run all these programs of the shoulds and what we're supposed to do, and it takes away from our real essence. To be able to live in that frequency of love, is a process. I believe love is a choice. And it's not just a choice of loving a particular partner. I think it's much greater than that.
Can musicians save the world? Can music save the world? The answer I already know. The answer is yes, because we are the music. We source from music. And all of the electrons source from the same source. Water. H plus OH minus is the equation. H plus indicates an electron has been donated, and that electron is vibrating. Now, vibration of that electron in nature, optimally, most energetically, is 528. That's why the botanical world is mostly greenish yellow.
If you open your mind, you get that blank sheet of paper and you let your mind expand, free of all these preconceived ideas and patterns and all the rest of it, then you go vibrationally beyond the moon matrix, and suddenly you can see it. It's bloody blatant to you. But to those in it, they can't see it because they're not seeing beyond the hack, beyond the firewalls that have held humanity in servitude.
So my hope, my desire is to help people love themselves enough to find out who they are and follow their own calling, and follow their own energy vibration, find their own pathway, find their own process. You either take courage and you begin moving through your issues to get to a higher level of vibration, because that's what I think it's all about, or you drop lower down. Whether the anxiety takes over the depression, or anxiety first, then depression, or depression first, then anxiety, it'll keep taking over. Whether you're going to think you're born under a dark cloud or whatever. So it's about lifting our own awareness to keep that highest vibration possible for as long as possible.